July 3rd, 2025. Today I'm going to paint like a lighthouse, out a lighthouse and with some backing paper. Now I'm going to put on my liquidy white undercoat. This brush got hard. So I can loosen it up a little bit. This is the brush I used to apply the liquidy white. Usually, I'm going to use a different brush because that brush is like super hard. Brush a little looser. Put in some white, thin white, and go right over. Let's go right over where I have that lighthouse set up there. Having a great July so far. I drew it on here a little bit. This is a guy. I'm going to give myself a guide. The backing will come off a little bit. Put it back on there. Let's go right over it. Alright, so I know my horizon line is going to be right here. That's my sky. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to wash this brush. Good and clean and dry. Make sure it's completely dry. Sort of test it out in places, see if it's dry, see if it's wet. Alright, so that's good dry. This is a 1.5 inch brush. Now I'm going to put some regular white on my canvas, on my belt. Squeeze a little bit of that out there. Let me get this on here a little bit. I'm going to take some straight black. Lamp black. Right now, I'm going to tap into these two colors and make a gray color. Make a grayish color. So it makes that together. I want to have like a gray sky with some white clouds floating around over there. I'm going to make it a grayish black color. There's already white on the canvas, so I don't have to put too much white with this color. It's already white up there. Instead, at the top, make crisscrossy strokes like that. Maybe even a little bit darker on the top there. And we took this here so it doesn't move up too much. Keep going across with crisscross strokes. Back and forth. Let it light as it goes down. Actually, I want it to be a little bit darker. I want the cloud to show up against it. careful with this. Oops, don't. That might have a tendency to come off, so you have to kind of be careful there. You go around it. The adhesive behind this paper isn't very strong. So down where the tree line is, over here. Tap into the brush, get some dark on there. Try to just move around too much here. Go down to my horizon there. You still see my line below there? The guide. I'm going to keep that there. I'm going to blend it out a little bit, not too much. And I'm going to take my hand brush here. I'm trying to like my blender brush. It makes a blender brush here sometimes. You don't see it now. Oh, all right. So we're gonna put some clouds in here. Put some straight weight on the fan brush. And just sort of figure out where you want clouds to be. Put some light into the dark. Nice little white under my palette here. And I know our horizon line's gonna be right here. So get down to the horizon line. Up here, so just put some clouds up here. The Lighthouse is. Not overworking it. I'm going to clean this brush. And I'm looking for my blender brush, which I lost. I'm going to blender brush someplace and I lost it. Have to do without it, I guess, this time. Clean my fan brush. Clean my fan brush. Everywhere on the bottom, just want to sort of blend it. Mix it up a little bit. Try to keep the brush as clean as possible. A lot of the blending. Just kind of twirl it around, loosen it around in there. Break this line up a little bit. I'm going to go back to my large brush and clean it off. As clean and dry as possible. Let me sit down here. As clean and dry as possible. 1.5 inch brush. Fluff them a little bit of. Pull them up a little. Yeah, so I'm going to go across, sort of push them down into the painting a little bit. Here and there. That's what I have to do. Push them down into the picture. Okay. So that is our sky. Now, take some Prussian blue. I'm going to find what this line is here. I kind of lost right here. Sort of like right there. I'm sort of drawing with the brush to get a reasonably straight line. I can see where I'm drawing with the brush. Prussian blue. With some black. Let's pull across to the ocean. Can you see the ocean in the distance? Mr. Can't see it on my phone. Thanks for coming on. Try to make a straight line here. It's not the easiest thing to do, but I'm not going to break it down too far because there's going to be some trees in the distance there. Let's see right there. Try to keep it reasonably straight. It doesn't have to be exactly straight, but reasonably straight. Down here. down a little bit too high on the right side, so let me see if I can fix that. Over here. See how I got it too high there? See if I can. Something you can always do after the paint's done. Go back and fix certain areas. That looks pretty good right there. Now I don't have trees coming through here. The water line is going to be right here, so I'll sort of draw that out. Maybe I'll put some that blue in the water there. A little bit of phthalo blue, so it kind of makes it a little bit of a brighter blue in the water. Just to kind of break it up a little bit. Take some phthalo blue. Just to kind of change the color there a little. Okay, come up. All right, so I'm gonna start putting in where my trees are. I think I need a little highlight of that water in the background actually. I'll do that first. Right. It's a little bit too dark back here, I think. I can lighten it a little bit. Lighten that a little bit. All right, so now I'm going to go in some sap green. Blue or black. Sort of think about where my trees are. I know that I start up here. We want a little brown in that color, just to sort of dull it a little bit. A little bit of brown. Just going to change it up a little bit. Okay, so right here, we really have trees here, up here. Try not to let it slide too much. Go across here, and I'm going to stagger it. I'm going to stagger it. I'm going to break up the horizon line. Tap it in and go down. And some a little higher. Come up a little more, so down further. Almost like you're seeing into the distance. You can see the ocean back there. I'll let this right the horizon. Across there. Okay. So you can sort of see back there. And then you have a lighthouse right here. Right, so now we have it's like a hill right here. It goes down. You have a plain right here. And then you have trees. I'm just gonna try to figure out how far down I'm gonna bring these trees in. So I'd say right here maybe. Just tap them in there. Maybe a little building right in here. I just want to figure out. I know I'm going to have like land here. It's lighter. Because I want it to look like this is on a hill. So it's sort of like coming down. Now I'm going to take some yellow. These are what the colors on the brush. Taking the colors on the brush and go straight into that yellow. There's like a field right in here. Go back to here. I want to come down to here with there's a couple rocks and whatever down here, all painted. Come to there. That's where it comes this way, so I have to bring it down. And some like protrude outward there. One light back in here. I can pull some of this yellow in water. It's going to reflect. Now these trees in the back need to be highlighted, so I'm gonna take a little yellow ochre and some Indian yellow maybe. Same brush and just sort of tap the areas there, sort of breathe them up a little bit. All the individual shapes. Not too bright because they're in the distance. Not too bright and not too detailed. Just trees in the distance. I'm covering up all the dark either. White on that one. And grab a little bit of yellow out of the tube. These tubes are hard to put the cover on. They're not easy to put the cover on. You make them so small on the top. Yeah, this one has a little bit more yellow in there. Move the lap a little in places. Right, so we have some bushes and trees back in the distance. Okay, get this brush clean. A little bit of water. I kind of want to fix that a little bit. Clean up the water there. So I'm sort of picking up that blue on the bottom. That's all right. Straight across. And go back into that large brush we had. Let me grab a different plate because I want to put brighter highlights in this field up here. I'd have to be a little lighter there. Yellow, I'm going to dip a little bit of liquid white in there, liquidy white, bitter white. Tap it in some yellow paint. I want this field sort of bright back here. So just tap it in there. Paint too thin because then it's going to get a little bit too muddy. Nice bright field back here. And keep this color as fresh and clean as possible so it has a nice highlight on there. A little bit more. I'm still on here. I think I'm on. Yep. 33 minutes so far. I think I painted a couple pictures in 45 minutes. Oh, it's usually like an hour and a half. Sorry about that. The air conditioner comes on behind me. I live in a condo here. I can cool about it. Apologize for that. Goes down to the water edge here. You're right down there. Right here, so follow the land. so it looks like it's sort of coming this way a little bit, which is kind of cool. Okay, so pull up a little, break up that edge just a little bit. Now I'll put this brush down for this minute here, and I'll take green color. Where I want my hill to be, the hill right here. And so the building right there. So I just want to make it look like it's a. A little bit of a staircase right there. Go back and repaint that. Guys, I need to step away for a second here. I'm going to go grab some groceries out of my car. Back very shortly, about 10 minutes, I'll be back. Hey guys, sorry about that. I'm back. All right, so I want to pull a little bit of this yellow into the water here. That's the next thing I want to do. Well, a little bit of that yellowness just kind of sort of reflecting in there. Just a little bit here and there, not tons of it. Pull that down. I'm going to wash this brush now. Brush clean off of the side here. And I'm just going in here where this yellow is. I'm just going to pull it in. Push it into the painting a little bit more. Just going to go across with it. Give it a shimmy. Now, I'm going to put a couple gloves on. I definitely want to have some big rocks over here. I know I got to take this off here, where the lighthouse is going to be. You got to sort of decide how far along you want to bring the painting before you take that off. Yeah. And this thing will come on. I think I'll paint that staircase in the background. That's done. Then this building right in here, I'll work forward. Maybe back in here, I'll put a couple tree trunks. Just to show a little detail back in there. Little small ones in the background. Not too many. And take a lily brush, the liner brush. Take some gray color, black and white mixed together. Some blue in it. Right in here is a little bit of like an idea of like a staircase going down there. Just to make it feel like you're walking down the stairs there. Wash that brush and put some white. I'll take a thin white color. Just highlight them a little. And work themselves in so it's not as bright. Super detailed just to give an idea or something going on back there. We have a little bit of a little building. We'll start with a new plate. White right there, which I don't want. A little titanium white, take a little Van Dyke brown, take a little burnt sienna. A little bit of a building right here. Here. This is a little lighter. Crimson color, and the roof. That way. It comes down this way here. Up there. This lightness. You're gonna get a little bit of smaller brushes because it's hard to put in details with these brushes. Larger brushes. You need small brushes for details. All right. So we have a basic idea on this one. That's all I need in that one. And the door there, put on the door. A little Van Dyke brown. So fill in the door. A little window right there. That's all you need. It's in the distance, so it doesn't need to be too detailed. All right, so the next step would be to, I would say, to take this off, so we know where our lighthouse is going to be eventually. Lighthouse here. I probably won't paint that today. We'll be in another session. Just going to cut this off here. Idea or something going on there. Just trying to clean up the bottom so it's even. So that will be our lighthouse at some point. Now this one was that one green. Do the blue. I'll put a bush right over here. And also pop it in there. Bush right here, sort of distinct. So that bush is there. Sort of a square shape. Come down here and reflect a little bit of it. And grab some yellowness. And I hope you guys are enjoying this picture today. White. Take a little bit of highlight color, thin it a little. top brighter. Bring it down there. Yeah, let the bottom be dark. Yeah, we're gonna put some rocks and whatnot in here, so we can grab another plate. Now, this is Jupiter Lighthouse. Now, when I actually paint this lighthouse, I'm gonna have to look at a picture of it so I can match it. I'm gonna need to look at that, because I'm not gonna be able to understand exactly what I'm looking at. So, rock right there. And those big rocks on the edge here. That's maybe someplace to bring it down a little bit more. Sort of look at it, make sure you have the right perspective. This needs to be a little higher on this side. Okay. Now we're going to clean this large brush. This black brush nice and clean. Because I want to reflect some of these rocks in the water. Where this is, just going to pull it down here and there. Pull them sort of far once in a while. Keep it pretty straight and you pull it down. Grab a little bit of white. Add a moment. Taking white, burnt sienna. And a little highlight in here and there. A pull this into there a little bit. That down like that. Flat down. Down there. Across. You gotta make sure the brush is clean. It's gonna drag across it. Be there. You get it completely clean and dry. Down. Maybe wipe it every time you go up there. And gently go across pull it across. Go this way. I want a couple of larger ones. I want to kind of break this up a little bit. I want a couple of larger ones out in the water here. Break this up. I don't want that line there to be so straight. So it looks a little bit too much like a painting. I want it to look a little bit more realistic. I don't want too many because it's gonna. Highlight that here and then bring brown. Now I want to pull this down a little bit, bring that into the water. lot of the success of this picture is to make the water look good. That's really might be the most important thing. And the lighthouse, that's obviously important. Cross, breathe across. A little watery. And maybe over here, a little bit more down. Now the water is a little depth. It's kind of cool. So now I'm gonna put in some oil in here. And I'm gonna use a new plate because I don't want it to be around water lines. I'm gonna use waste. Go in here and figure out where I want the left water lines. Down, go across. But it's coming off a nice pretty wall. Everywhere it's too bright, I want it darken a little bit, like rubbing it more. A little sticker on there, make it look like there's water on there. Good, pretty good. So that's looking pretty nice. Now I think I want to do something to that a little bit, just kind of raise it a little bit on the top. Dark out here all of a sudden. Maybe one of the sides is lighter. All right, it's getting kind of dark out here, so I think I'll stop for now. This will be part 1 of this painting. I'll continue part 2 in the next session. Thanks for watching.